9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Greetings, everybody. Happy Monday, and welcome to another edition of WWT Live. And have no fear, because your councilman is here to kick off another fantastic week of wrestling. We have a lot to cover today, and I want to make sure we didn't come in late. And I'm not by myself for right now. Joining me, of course, on time, punctual as always, the PR princess herself, the head correspondent of all things elite. Would you call her the owner, or I don't know what her exact title is at Juice World for Orange Cassidy, but you can always find her over there. Ladies and gentlemen, Courtney is with me today. How are you doing, Courtney? How did your Dolphins do this weekend?
Oh, you don't have to be alone. It's Monday. We lost against the Texans, so we have a 6% chance of making the playoffs because we are facing off against a desperate and dangerous 49ers team this week. So pretty much everything is on the wall for us, but they're used to this kind of stuff. They're used to having their backs against the wall, and they will go for it. So I'm rooting for my Finns. I hope they end the season on the high note, but it's Monday, and have no fear, because all things you need to know about Madam Elite is here.
Yes, indeed. And she's not the only one that's jumping in. She met the 10-minute window, so technically she's not late. After 10 minutes, you're technically late from years of working on the job. But my tag team partner, the sweetest ooze, the one that's always bringing you the best predictions and stirring that pot, Miss Wrestling with Honey, is in the building. I'm doing something that I can't show on camera. Yeah, you caught me mid breakdown, and I was like, I don't know how much that's going to show clearly. So
there we go. Excellent. What's up, guys? I just want to be a little braggadocious, if you don't mind me for a moment. I'm really, really excited because this is my first time using my new hardware.
I was like, yo, first off, I say the camera's wider. It's clear. The red in the background. I say I can see all the belts. The mic isn't all the way. I say, oh, she done stepped it up.
Oh, yes. We're not playing no games. 2025 ain't ready.
She has stepped it up. Congratulations.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm so excited. I love it. It's so much better. Less worry. And it's perfect. And I know I sound good. My mic is on. The mic is on. Just so y'all know.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? I'm so excited to be here. Yay, Monday. Are we really here already?
Yeah, we here already. It came super quick.
My God.
Like a guy at prom night.
It really has just got, like, I feel like just yesterday we were talking about aftermath of WrestleMania and debating about the horsewomen and stuff, and now we're just like at the end of our year.
Almost at the finish line.
Almost at the finish line. Shout out to everybody that is in the chat. Lewis Johnson, happy Monday to you. Cousin Ron also up in the building. Eric Isaac, JD Smith, of course, our producer from the future. Mr. DM Hunk is also here in the building. And of course, Pat you, Deshaun. As always, being able to come here support. And of course, Jeffrey Boza is here as well. And just for you, Dylan, just because it's like, hey, I want to make sure you good, because I know you have been trying to recover. Hope recovery is going good for you over there.
Yes.
We're going to kick off with what's happening on Monday Night Raw. So you ain't got like 15 minutes till Raw. You could get the clip started early. Raw is going to be jam-packed tonight, and it is kicking off with no other than the voice of the voiceless, the Chicago Saint himself, CM Punk. No ass this time. No ass this time. It's the Raw preview. It is the Raw preview. It is said that CM Punk will be responding to Seth Rollins, which is potentially about a match or maybe not a match. We don't know, but he will be kicking off the show. We also got a tag team title defense on the line tonight. Finn Balor and JD McDonough of the Judgment Day will be taking on the War Raiders once again. Tag team titles on the line. And the Judgment Day barred from ringside. It is just going to be champions versus the contenders.
Y'all know what time it is.
Yes,
Y'all
it
know
is.
what time it is.
Yes,
It
it
could
is.
time for the War Raiders to begin their campaign. We shall see tonight, as well as we're in Boston for Monday Night Raw. And of course, the hometown Kofi Kingston will be in the house and will be out. But will he get a chance to speak? Or is his hometown going to drown him out with the sound of booze tonight? We're going to find out tonight on Monday. We also have more within the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament. We're going to the left side of the bracket tonight, and we're getting us another triple threat match. Zoe Stark of Pure Fusion Cocktail going up against Raquel Rodriguez and them jumpy girls, whichever one this one is. I'm about to say
Kaden Carter.
Kaden Carter.
both of them start with a K, them K girls. Look, you know, every kiss begins with K, and they're right there. One of them. Who is going to come out on top and advance to face Dakota Kai in the semifinals? We are going to find out tonight. And Seth Rollins is also in the building. No telling when he's going to pop up. Maybe he's going to pop up during CM Punk's time. Maybe he's going to come on later in the show. But the architect is in the building, and we have ourselves an Intercontinental Championship match tonight, most likely going to be the main event. Braun Breaker taking on Ludwig Kaiser up in and Ludwig Kaiser cashing in tonight.
I like there's a lot of stuff cooking for tonight. It's not even funny.
So I want to get a few predictions. So I want to start with this match. Honey, I'm gonna start with you. Who's walking out the Intercontinental Champion?
I mean, a lot of, contrary to what people see between Braun Breaker and Ludwig Kaiser, as in the obvious, you know, the stature and the physique is totally different, and the style of wrestling is totally different. But I wouldn't put it past Ludwig Kaiser to be a player in this match for the Intercontinental title. He would be an awesome holder. And then also you have him still affiliated with Gunther and always in the defense of Gunther. They've been friends for years and been, on the road for years, even in the indies. Is anybody really against seeing Ludwig Kaiser with an Intercontinental title while Gunther's holding a world championship? I can't say I'm against it. I love it. I love this run for Braun Breaker. It's been a lengthy and strong run, but he could win this belt again. And we already know Braun Breaker is built for the main event titles, so he's on his way already. But Ludwig Kaiser, listen, don't sleep, guys. Don't sleep.
Courtney, your thoughts? Who's going to win between these two, the champion or the challenger?
I would not underestimate Ludwig Kaiser because he has started to show some growth. Even when Gunther said, you need to be on your own. You need to go show that you can do it on your own. And he has. He put himself in the picture. We saw what he did in Survivor Series. So he's no joke. And I would not surpass Ludwig Kaiser any bit. I would not have a problem if he did win it. I would not have a problem if Braun Breaker retained it because he really has had a really good, strong run. But I would go with Braun Breaker. And I don't think this loss is going to hurt Ludwig Kaiser. It's going to really raise his stock a little bit being a singles competitor, a lot more, especially in the Intercontinental title race. But I am going to go with Braun Breaker still being champion.
Yeah, I'm just for the sake of the show, I'm going with Ludwig Kaiser just for the simple fact I want Ludwig to win this. And then this is going to be a very big controversial thought. I want him to get rid of the Intercontinental title and bring back the European title.
Oh,
imagine giving the Intercontinental Championship a break, and from January to WrestleMania, he can hold it for that long. He's
Oh
the European
wow.
champion.
Ooh.
And then you say like you get a Braun Breaker to get his belt back, and he brings back the Intercontinental title. I just feel like that's something no one would see coming, and especially with you rattling around different belts like you did at Saturday Night's Main Event, because supposedly we might see. Well, that's something that's a part of the aftermath of what happened on Saturday Night's Main Event, which we will talk about later in the show. But I'm gonna go with Ludwig, and I could just because I would love to see that. I know it's very far fetched, but I would love to see that happen.
And,
Now, another. Oh, go ahead.
and I'm sorry, one more thought with Ludwig Kaiser. I also really would like to see him with some gold as well, because Imperium ran the tag team game for a minute, especially in NXT as well, and even in NXT as well. But if for just even the duo, the Batman and the sidekick, I think that would be really really good look for Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser, for both of them holding gold. They'll look like their old selves again.
And I think it would work well for that European like visits he be doing. Like when he went back home and went to that independent show, like having the European title.
They went crazy. They went
Yeah.
so nuts for him.
Yeah. And then so I want to also get your opinions on another match going on, the triple threat match. Who advances in this triple threat match? All three women have a case to be able to advance. I'd say the least in this percentage would maybe be Kaden Carter, but all three of these women still have a high opportunity to want to advance in this match. Courtney, who do you think is walking out the winner of this triple threat?
All three ladies do have a case on this, but I'm going to go with Zoe Starks, because for me, the minute she came on the scene, especially working alongside Trish Stratus and with Becky, she's really shown potential. And also after that performance she had in Money in the Bank, that I knew her stock was going to rise. It was just a matter of time of when that was going to happen. But I would love for Zoe Starks to at least advance into the finals. So that is who I'm picking to advance to this women's Intercontinental title tournament.
All right. And honey, your pick for this triple threat match.
All right. Now, I would go with Zoe too. I would, because as Courtney just said, she, making a case for how well she did during Money in the Bank. But ever since then, we haven't really seen her, do anything unless it's with the tag team. Like she hasn't done anything as far as I'm talking about, like, singles competitor. The last time we actually saw her do that, she was aligned with the likes of Trish Stratus. And I kind of liked seeing that for Zoe, because I thought we were going to see a rise in Zoe Stark even more instead of them putting her back in the tag team. But Zoe Stark does make a case to get this, to win this, because I would, first of all, Zoe Stark and Dakota Kai, that's a hell of a match. But I might have to go with, and I love Kaden Carter as well, but I just feel like the tag team division is on a good vibe right now, and they should stick with that. The best chance for me and pick for me, as far as what I see and what makes sense, Raquel Rodriguez. It will also be some bad blood history there, being that the two used to be tag team champions, or they were a tag team. They were aligned together at one point in NXT as well. So there's a lot of history there, and I don't, if we're crowning Dakota Kai, I wouldn't see any other way. I wouldn't see it going any other way than her own good friend to put her over to win. So I'm going with Raquel.
Yeah, I'm going with Raquel as well. Not for that fact, but just for the fact of where Raquel is in this story that she's currently in with Liv Morgan. I think from what we talked about for Saturday Night's Main Event, and Liv has not gotten Dom gold. So imagine if she gets Raquel gold first.
Oh yeah,
right.
That would really.
And where this also ties in is now you have Raquel and Dakota at the semifinals, which also continues that rivalry between Io and Liv, because Io most likely will be out there trying to make sure that no shenanigans go down while she's facing Raquel. And I can see Raquel getting to the end. And it's depending on what that other side is. If Lyra goes to the finals, I feel like Lyra will sneak a win just from a distraction off shenanigans and become the champion. But we still have another triple threat that we have to get to before we find out what's the semifinals on the right side of the bracket. But my pick is definitely going to be Raquel Rodriguez. So let's see who we have from the audience. Jeffrey says he wants Caden to win. Boza, if I had to pick one, Caden Carter. Reminder, winner gets damage controls Dakota Kai in the semifinals. Exactly. Eric Isaac. Zoe is his pick. The winner loses to Dakota Kai in the semifinals. We're going to see. Some breaking news. The venue for 41 already has a banner up promoting Rhea versus Liv Morgan.
Damn, we're going to ride that out for another 4 months.
Ooh.
I mean, y'all thought Io was going to win. And I told y'all, like, I said it. I said it.
You did?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And it's not that I didn't believe. It's not that,
Oh, no, see, that's not what you didn't believe in. And we're going to talk about it right now.
Chelsea Green. I know.
Oh, Lord. I knew this was going to happen.
Chelsea Green, too. No.
I already told
I said even then, I said when we made the picks, I want to pick Chelsea, but I want to pick Mi Chin because I just feel like she's just been up in there for so long and she needed it. Like, you know what I mean? But I get it.
Honey, you wasn't here. I told the mayor and I told Court.
And I promise you this, above all else, I'm going to be more obnoxious, more overbearing, and I'm going to make you all learn to love it because you'll have no choice.
No choice.
Yes, no choice.
No choice.
I love it. No,
nobody would.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I was more than happy for her though, especially the way she won it. The way, like the flip off the top rope into the finish. I'm like, okay, ma'am. Okay, I'm on. You ate that. You got it. We're with you.
Yes. Thank you, sir. I did deserve that. I earned that video. Because no one wanted to come sit at my table on this. Everybody was like, I mean, I can see it, but I don't think she's gonna advance past this match. Advances. Okay, but I don't, she's going up against this person now. So there's no way this is gonna happen. Advances. There's no way she's gonna beat Bayley, the first women's Grand Slam champion. What did she do? Beat her. Went to Saturday night's main event. So me and Yim, all that history. And I told y'all she's losing because she won that dumpster match. And I hope you enjoyed throwing her in the dumpster because she cleaned herself off and turned into a champion. All right.
You know what? That's crazy that's how the story finished between those two. I completely forgot.
Now that
the FTR match, I saw accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusation. And
it was all facts. That is how you put label on a carton of milk and you sell it. That is how you do it. Right there. Shot at
cinema.
Just straight. And look, this is the only reason why I'm talking this shit because everything people said about Mia Yim is absolutely correct. But if you're looking at the race between these two,
I get it. Yeah.
This is close. Not saying it, but again, this gap is not that far. It's just Chelsea had more camera time. Chelsea was being shown more, and I know again, honey, you weren't here. And another thing I'll point out, this is y'all fault. Because remember the conversation? Remember the conversation we had with Professor? What do you prefer? Wrestling or the charisma of a character? We saw Mia Yim get fantastic in the ring, which is definitely true. But Chelsea focused on character because we already know Chelsea can wrestle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Everybody knew that. We knew that. We knew that when we tried to sign her years ago and she got injured. So I understand her history. She's definitely had this one coming. She definitely does.
But I will agree with something Mayor said. I can see her losing that to Mia Yim in 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see her.
Mm-hmm.
If Mia Yim does not become U.S. champ in 2025, that is another thing I would say we've dropped the ball on. Because Mia Yim showed why it's like, hey, I deserve to be on TV.
And she's been working, and she was working double time this year, NXT and SmackDown.
If she is not featured heavy on SmackDown, y'all are doing her a disservice because she has definitely. I think if you had a WWE End Awards, not Slammy Awards, but End of Year Awards, she would be the one to get most improved on the WWE.
Oh, yes.
And we don't need another superstar mishap, or because we have quite a few already. WWE.
Yes, a few.
See, this still cooking though. Cindil, this now still cooking because with her as U.S. champ, Cindil said again, Chelsea should have been Money in the Bank because that would have been so funny. Wait, she finna get more obnoxious being U.S. champ.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
And wait till she gets a taste of holding gold and loses it. Because you know what? Isn't there something in Toronto next year in the
Elimination Chamber?
The hometown heroes never win. Boom. Yep. She's dropping the belt. But good for her, man. It looks great on her.
It does. It does look great on her. Now, speaking of the Chelsea Green household, I'm gonna kind of stick with that moving into the next story. Now we have found out that one half of the U.S. Women's Champion, Matt Cardona, has stated his words, not mine. His words, not mine. It's one half of the Women's U.S. Champion.
I love it.
We asked the question. And we've now gotten the answer. Well, sort of gotten the answer that Matt Cardona is in the final stages of signing a contract with AEW. So we do know that he will be facing Chris Jericho, I believe, at World's End. Courtney, correct?
No, it's going to be at Ring of Honor on Friday.
Okay, this Friday he'll be taking it on. So there are talks about him completing his contract. So to your point, Courtney, I believe that we will have Matt Cardona as an AEW superstar. And leading to this even more is a separate story. Well, not a separate story, but a story that adds to him and Jericho. This past weekend, this is not none of that.
Sorry. Were you just trying to rub it into Dion again that it was all Cody's fault? That he's in the situation that he's in. That's what it was.
That's why I'm going fast. That's why I'm going fast because we're gonna talk about that a lot. We got a lot.
I got it.
So GCW recently had an event this weekend featuring Matt Cardona in a match, and Jericho made an astonishing surprise, hooded up, came through with the bat, takes out Matt Cardona at GCW High, only to just elevate this match that is going on before Ring of Honor this Friday. Now, Courtney, as our resident AEW correspondent, I want to know from you, with Jericho making this attack of Matt at GCW, how much does this make you more excited? Does this help you get more excited for this match? And then with these actions, with Matt Cardona potentially signing with AEW, who are you leaning to more to win, to walk out as the champion?
Yeah. Sorry, Chris, because I would go for Chris, but Matt Cardona, it's no surprise because he was in AEW before. Wait, what am I missing?
You said it like you was fit to shoot him.
Like man, that was very Carol and Walking Dead. Just look at the flowers. Look at the flowers.
Okay. Like you was about to take him out. Sorry, Chris. Bah! Why you said it like that? You about to take that man out the pasture.
Okay.
Oh, that was great.
That was too funny, but
not sorry, Chris.
Not sorry, Chris. I mean, I love you, but in all seriousness, Matt Cardona's really shown a lot in AEW. He's been in AEW before. He wrestled against Adam Copeland for the Open Challenge for the TNT Championship. So it's no surprise to him. I'm happy to see him back on TV. It's just really refreshing to see him on TV. And also, I was very shocked that he invaded GCW, considering, their match coming up at Ring of Honor. But it does provide a lot of build. And also, it does help Ring of Honor a little bit, especially on the men's side, because I'm not too familiar with who's on the men's roster. But it does help them really push that. And plus, it's going to be in Hammerstein Ballroom this Friday. So this is really going to bring a lot of nostalgia for people who are used to it because it's an iconic venue. A lot of people go in, but I'm going for Matt Cardona. I would like for him to be champion. Him and Chelsea be champions.
I wonder if she'd say she's one half of the Ring of Honor championship.
Right? Oh my God. You know she will.
I
You
wonder
know
if
they
she.
will. You know they'll
If
do it.
she,
If he's gonna do it, she's definitely gonna do it.
I hope she just.
They're two peas in a pod. I love
If
them.
she throws out on SmackDown, hey, you know I'm a double champ, right? I'm gonna lose.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God, she
lose.
totally should.
She should do that. And Nick Aldis, that is not technically true.
Right.
You have a household of champions, yes, but
Right.
you are the women's U.S. champion.
WWE. Period.
We.
Yep.
I would love for her to do.
You know,
Oh my
because now she got gold. It's
Yeah.
like you think Councilman's gonna be more obnoxious?
Wait till you see her
Boza,
social content.
Boza, if you're,
Her
Boza,
social
if you're in
content.
here, because Boza be having words for Chelsea every week. He calls her WWE's Karen, but now you think she was like that before. She's gonna be so much worse, Boza. So be ready, buddy.
So I have a
Yeah.
question for y'all, a thought on that with Chelsea Green. And I don't know if this would work, but I thought about it. I was like, yo, what if they made Chelsea Green's character like Deadpool, where she breaks fourth wall all the time?
Oh my
Oh
God.
my goodness.
Hilarious.
Like, could you imagine if she does that?
Hilarious. That would be
Like
Yeah.
they don't like only she can be able to call these things out, say these things.
because that's her thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's her shtick.
Yeah, and imagine if you had like the person that wrote for Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool, like they wrote some things for her and talked.
That would be funny as hell.
Yeah, like she'd be
Oh my
like,
God.
you know what? This is how you treat your champion. But like they don't do any of this on that AEW Dark show, and it's like,
Right. Like it could be like one of those Sammy Uso moments where he's like, maybe I could talk about AEW. You know, we need that clip. That clip is actually quite.
I
funny.
would love that. I would love for her to do that.
Or the
like,
one with him and
Or she? Oh shoot! Well, it looks like she will be back. I would love to see her do that, or hit one of those like what it is. For Nick Aldis be like, you're gonna defend your title in the main event on SmackDown. And she just
Oh
comes
yeah.
she just comes to the camera. Suck it, Matt Cardona. I got a fucking main event, bitch.
That would be crazy. That would be so crazy.
And she walks off. I'm like, yo, they instantly be like, she gotta be main champ now. She is taking
Wow.
everybody. So I hope they do that. I really
I
hope
know that would be crazy.
that was not technical difficulties. That was my bad. You know, I gotta get used to this mouse and shit. My bad, y'all.
that's the definition of a technical difficulty.
No, but it's not the usual technical difficulties that I have here.
Okay. I was
Like the freeze. Like no. I just
that's the
got
exact-
trigger happy on the mouse. It wasn't. It was technically me.
Okay, so it was a me difficulty.
Yeah, it was a me difficulty. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I hope
But I got through it, so I'm here. I'm back.
Okay. But I do hope that I hope we get Chelsea Green to play a Deadpool character like on WWE SmackDown. I think that'd be dope.
I think that's a fantastic idea, and I think Triple H should book it. So I hope he's listening.
Yes,
Or watch
indeed.
it. Right.
But in some more news, it seems like speaking of like contracts being signed, we also got some contracts that have expired, particularly one of a TNA superstar, Mr. AJ Francis, aka Top Dollar, aka I can't land clear of the top rope when I jump, has had his contract expired on TNA. His TNA contract is officially up. According to, I believe, Fightful, AJ Francis has already finished the committed tour dates that he was supposed to on TNA. There is no information on whether or not he is going to resign with TNA, but as of today, he is officially out of contract with TNA. So now my thoughts to you all. First of all, Perk Dollar is hilarious. Perk Dollars. They did. I just now got to see AJ Francis cut a front flip off the stage.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my,
leave. You know what? I don't know if I can stand for this kind of slander. Leave AJ Francis
yeah,
alone.
no,
Man.
I wasn't talking shit on that part. Like, imagine if he cut a front flip off the stage and landed on his feet. That's per dollar right there.
Like you're right. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Chris,
Not
Uh,
dollar.
but now
oh
y'all are so bad. Y'all are
no.
so bad. Y'all are
So let
so
me ask
bad.
this question though. With we have definitely seen a huge improval in AJ Francis. Like AJ Francis has definitely
Yes.
taken that. We could put him in that category of taking the pink slip from WWE and then reinventing himself into becoming a main player at any wrestling promotion. So now the question is though, what should AJ Francis' next move be? So, honey, I'm going to start with you first. You are AJ Francis's wise woman. Where do you see him best go? What do you see next for him, and which would be the best path for AJ Francis to take?
If I was AJ Francis's wise woman, I would advise him to steer clear of WWE. And I would tell him, see what they got over in AEW. Because it looks like a friend of yours is in need of some muscle and some help. So I think the best move would be to align himself with the likes of his great friend, Mr. Swerve Strickland, because he's going through a lot, being that the Hurt Syndicate has been pretty much antagonizing him since they've arrived. Bobby and
Mhm.
Shelton Benjamin ain't letting up. And you're going to need some muscle. You're going to need some big back muscle to handle that business. So I would advise my tribal chief, if I was AJ Francis' wise woman, AEW would be a great move. And they would have room for him there.
I agree.
WWE, I feel like I know, like, because there's this thing, especially that we've seen for years happen with the pattern of getting an opportunity in WWE. All of a sudden, things didn't work out. You go to the indies, travel around the world, reinvent yourself, grow, learn, and then you eventually make your way back. I could see him later on down the road going to WWE, but not yet. It's still too fresh, still too soon. He needs to go somewhere where still a lot of indie fans go and will know who he is, and will also give him a good pop because everybody knows the history he has with Swerve.
Very true. Very true. Courtney, same question to you. You are AJ Francis's wise woman.
Dylan, hold on. I need to address this. Dylan, I did not say that AJ Francis was my tribal chief. I said if he was my tribal chief, and because we're speaking in if terms here, hypotheticals, because the councilman did say if I was AJ Francis's wise woman. So big if, because we all know
I
who
didn't.
my tribal chief is.
I just meant like wise woman as like manager.
Well,
like
yeah. Wise woman, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, that
like Zelina Vega was Andrade's wise woman.
right, basically.
We just instead of saying manager, but to say that she would acknowledge him as his tribal chief, you
guys are bugging. You know damn well who my tribal chief is.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.
Them hospital meds must be great. They must be on fire. I got good stuff over there in Australia. Shit. So Courtney, which path?
Love you, Dylan.
Dylan, you are a special little thing.
Yes, indeed. What path are you giving AJ Francis, Courtney?
If I kind of had to read in his ear, I would probably test out some of the independent scene first. And I would possibly, and it's ironic how he pointed out, I would possibly think about AEW because you got somebody that you know so well. And also with the fact, and it's so ironic, I was talking about this in my watch along the last couple of weeks because I said Swerve's going to need some help, especially with the Hurt Syndicate. And also, we don't know who's going to be joining because it is a hint. It's a possibility it might be either Ricochet or Leah Rush joining. So Swerve is going to need a lot of help as well. And plus, who better to know him than AJ? And plus, it would be a nice reunion of them because he has shown a lot of growth since he's been in TNA. He really has been on numerous matches from like Nick Nemeth, along with many others. So it really is something. And plus, there is a place for him to do because it's a possibility not only helping out with Swerve, they could possibly go after the tag team titles in the division. He could possibly go on the TNT championship. He could possibly go on the Continental Championship. So there are a lot of avenues that he could go with, and I wouldn't mind seeing him in.
Okay. I'm going with Sin Deal on this one. If I was AJ Francis's wise man, I would go New Japan. I think I would definitely go with New Japan only because there is such an incredible hip hop scene there with Japan. And I believe Top Dollar would find an immaculate way of how to incorporate himself into Japanese hip hop culture. And I think bringing that to New Japan is going to be able to help carve his character out a lot. As much as I love him in AEW as well and being around Swerve Strickland, I don't want him to fall within the shadow of Swerve.
Yeah.
I love that AJ Francis has made a step for his own. He has his own henchmen. He's able to do all of the stuff. He's be able to take that spotlight that most folks didn't want to give him. So I think going to New Japan, putting on bangers of matches, especially with what the roster has to offer there, being able to lock in a whole bunch of those mid-card titles, like you said, even from an AEW standpoint, I think that just boosts the legitimacy of an AJ Francis. So when he decides to, if he wants to go to, and I'm still going to call it like this, people can disagree, the two majors, WWE, AEW. Now, look, we're not doing this as to where they are, but we can't sit here and act like AEW ain't a dope place for a wrestler who's wrestling in an armory with only 12 people would not be happy to go to AEW. So if he decides to go to one of the big two, it's like, hey, you have more legitimacy for a bigger contract, a longer stay, more creativity, because Japan is no joke.
No, absolutely.
And I would sprinkle in some of those independent shows to Courtney's standpoint because I know New Japan will do that. And then that gives him a better chance to align within Forbidden Door matches and for AEW to want him more rather than them, him chasing for another contract. Now AEW is like, man, dog, we need him over here. So
instead you calling them, they're going to call you.
Exactly.
So work your way up to that because that's what happened with Cody.
Mm-hmm. So I would do that.
Another thought on Top Dollar. If not AEW or any of the big two or any of those, I feel like he wouldn't do bad in reality of wrestling. Booker T.
No, not at all.
I think he would do really well there if he hasn't already. But he might have.
I think he may have had a couple spots there, but even to Special or Nobody's point, I think it would be a great time for him to even come into NXT now. With where their men's division is, he could be like the next Opa. Especially for the NXT North American title and really being able to, like, again, this is that redemption period for him. But I see New Japan. I see New Japan for these next couple of years for AJ Francis. But we're gonna see. Maybe he resigns. We will let y'all know as when we find that information out. We will do that. And look, Special or Nobody's. We already know 500 is better than 12. We do know that. But even to this point here,
quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Whether it's 44 people watching or it's 44,000 people watching, you go still. At the end of the day,
and I promise you this, above all else, I'm going to be more obnoxious, more overbearing, and I'm gonna make you all learn to love it because you'll have no choice.
All of y'all gonna get it. You gonna keep getting that same energy, whether it's 46, whether it's 46,000. I'm gonna be brash. I'm gonna be obnoxious. I'm gonna be wearing rings.
I'm gonna perform. I'm gonna perform, and I'm ready to put on a damn show. That's what
that is what you learn for being a wrestler. That's what you learn for being a performer. It doesn't matter who is in there. You bring it 100%.
Absolutely.
So we'll see from AJ Francis. But now to move into a little bit of wrestling Hollywood news. Becky Lynch. Now, we've been talking about
woman.
If greatest is number 2 because Bailey's number 1. But however you decide to look at it.
You had a whole debate. There was a rank 2.
Oh boy,
she was ranked 2, but recount for me. But yes, officially on here, the number 1 horsewoman of WWT, Becky Lynch, has been a topic of discussion for the last couple of months. We've had the discussion of, will she resign? Is she not doing it? She's not resigning because she's taking a break right now and she's in Hollywood. The path we kept really fogging up ourselves. No one was giving us the fog of what her journey was going to be. We're the ones that cut the fog machine on. It was making it very unclear.
At the end of the day, she's just chilling.
She's chilling, being a mom.
Family.
A mom.
Exactly. Being a mom, being a best-selling author, being an actress, featuring in Young Rock as Sydney Lauper, and she is
women. That can't be easy, man.
And she is continuing being the top one, being the man of the 4 horsewomen. And I say this very likely.
That exhale.
Because I know you're gonna catch an attitude, honey. I know you're gonna catch an attitude, and I'm about to say that. I was about to say she's following in the footsteps of one of her fellow horsewomen and jumping into the sci-fi fiction range as she has now joined the cast of Star Trek Starfleet Academy series.
That's so awesome.
That will air on Paramount Plus. Now, the funny thing about this is that production does not begin until August. And they have confirmed after she places out that Becky Lynch will be at the opening Netflix Monday Night Raw January 6th. And so since production doesn't begin until August, that means we have a good potential amount of the man coming back. Now, remember I stated, even though EO has said this has been put out there, Cindil. What did I call her? EO?
EO.
Oh my gosh. Cindil putting out that the promotion for Rhea and Liv for 41 is what to be it. But with us knowing that production doesn't begin until August, do you see the man fighting the champ Liv Morgan at WrestleMania more than you do Rhea and Liv again? Which one sits better with you currently?
Becky and Liv wouldn't be bad. I mean, well, Liv took the belt from Becky, right?
Yes.
So I guess that would make sense.
And Becky beat her for the belt. Becky, you recall?
Beat her for it, and then Liv got it back. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Why not? I mean, I don't think we all know we're eventually going to get there, unless they go Jordan Kirby. I was just gonna say, unless they go all 3.
See now if you're gonna do all 3, give me all 4. Throw EO in there.
You know what? You're
absolutely right. Fatal 4-way.
Give me a fatal 4. We doing that? You gotta throw EO in there. Yeah. That would be dope.
Yo, we're about to. It's 2025. We're about to get. We had Becky 2 belts. We have big time Becks. We about to get box office Becks. like we had the mom, best-selling author. Like, girl, is there anything you can't do, girl? Like, come on know.
Jeez.
I'm here for the hustle, and I love it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see her back though. It's gonna be good to see her back because we need that nitty gritty back in the wrestling.
Mhm.
Yep. Courtney, your thoughts? Which ones are sounding better to you? Or are you still down with the I want this fatal 4-way?
Actually, I want that fatal 4-way, to be honest with you. And also, by the way, because Liv did beat. Oh, jeez, the mayor.
These two are at it again.
Already at it. It's
I
Monday.
know it's already Monday, but anyways, I'm just happy to see Becky back. And also, she did lose to Liv, but she wants her hands on Dom because Dom was the one that cost her at the King and Queen of the Ring.
That's right. And the last time
And
we saw her, she snuffed him.
Yep. And people tend to forget about that because she didn't forget, and she wants to get her hands on, as Pat McAfee calls him, that dirt bag. No, because she wants him. But I would be down for a fatal 4-way. I'm happy to see Becky. I always get excited when all these stars taking on shows, crossovers, everything. So I would be down to do a fatal 4-way match, and I just want to see Becky sucker punch Dominic.
Mm. But
Yes,
shout
it
outs, Becky, is Star Trek. I mean, she a franchise. Okay.
Franchise. Yes.
That's
No,
a franchise.
they haven't
I
given
know my
away.
dad's gonna be hyped to see that because my dad's
Oh,
a
yeah.
big time Trekkie
Yeah.
for
Yes,
years.
Yes, indeed. And if I gotta say, that's a very interesting thing to take on.
Yeah, being that what was it? Mercedes did Star Wars, huh? Mhm.
That is very, very interesting.
She's basically like, don't forget who the other goat. Don't forget, there was a goat before you became the goat, ma'am.
And that is there, and that
You heard me said. You heard me said.
That fan base for both of them right here. There ain't no. It's right here.
Always been, and it's always been that way.
Right here. Yeah,
even though Becky was the underdog, it was always that way, especially with them two. And not for none, dream match. Let's just shits and giggles. I know we're going off on a tangent, but screw it. Big time box office Bex, 2-belt Bex. This Bex versus this Mercedes would be a slappable match.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. That would be a really dope match.
That's WrestleMania right there.
That hurts me like Sheamus and Gunther at Extreme Rules, bro. That shit hurts.
That's one heck of a match.
So good.
God, and I hate to say it though. I think CEO would win that one.
Man,
no lie, I think CEO would win that one.
Man,
I'm not gonna lie.
All right, well, I guess we're gonna have to have a new debate. Who would win in the dream match?
All around character wise, Becky still got it. But in that match between like what Boza say, if you giving me New Japan Mercedes,
okay. Well, then that's different. That's a different conversation. That's a little bit of a different conversation. But if y'all read her book, Becky had already been there, done that when she was like in her 20s.
That's 20s though.
I know, but still, but I'm just saying the experience was already there before Mercedes even. But I'm just saying.
But that hit different. That hit different. You gotta remember too, even during that time, she wasn't Becky, she was still Rebecca.
Yeah, she was still Rebecca Knox.
Yeah, this is like Mercedes went to New Japan and took in New Japan culture after dominating the WWE.
Yeah,
and it's now dominated. That's the one thing she got over Becky is that she is dominated in 3 major territories. Becky Lynch has not done that. Becky Lynch has definitely been a steadfast in WWE, not taking that away from her or anything like that. But I'm gonna leave it as Mercedes. That would be a match to behold, and I would not immediately count Mercedes out in that one. That would be a good match, though.
I think that would be fire, though.
Yeah, but congratulations to Becky Lynch on landing in Star Trek. Becky got to get her money up to get CEO matches now.
Price of a brick went up. I'm done.
Oh my god!
What's today's price? It's not today's price, all right?
Right.
My lower back is fine now. We not doing that no more. Come bring it.
Right, basically.
But Becky Lynch isn't the only one that is making their way to Hollywood. For some strange reason, Tony D'Angelo.
Some strange reason.
It's just the way he said it.
Did I
It's
sound
just
like
the way he said it was funny.
It was just so blatant. That's why I popped for it, because it's just so blatant, and I thought it was so intentional too, very intentional, whether you meant it or not.
So to cut the tension, man. I'm sorry. Let's cut the tension and bring that down and feel a little better about ourselves.
Gunter, the ring general Gunter.
I feel better, don't y'all? Don't y'all? Don't y'all feel better? I was smiling. But Tony D'Angelo has landed a notable Hollywood role in season 2 of Wild Cards. Wild Cards is a follows a down on his luck cop and some of the wacky and crazy shenanigans that they normally tend to get into. Martin Sheen, Ali Sheedy, and Katie Finley are reoccurring characters on this show, and he has been added into the second season. No telling what kind of role he will be playing in here, but we will get a chance to see Tony D'Angelo featuring in season 2 of Wild Cards. It has not been announced when or a date as to when it's going to come out, but congratulations to Tony D'Angelo landing in the Hollywood spot. Now I got to ask y'all the one question.
Oh boy, I'm not ready for this one.
Oh, man.
With this happening, does this make you care more that he's in NXT?
I still don't like. I'm not sure. I don't.
It
know.
don't help.
Nah.
It don't help.
I don't even know what Wild Cards is about. So I'm literally looking it up right now. But
that's gonna be a no for you.
I'm sorry, Tony D. I'm sorry, man. It's like you want to like him, but it's like.
So this still you.
I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, because I still feel like there's no way. I look at him and I'm like, there's no way you beat Oba. I just can't believe it. But sorry, I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but
you feel free to express yourself. You are Courtney. Does this make you appreciate him more as an NXT North American champion?
Probably. I try to give Tony the benefit of the doubt, but it's like, well, somebody needs to challenge him for the North American Championship. Just give it to Javon Evans or somebody on that roster.
Give it back, or at this point, just give it back to Dom.
You'll take Dom over here. Give it to Dom.
Give it back to Dom, and then give me Dom versus everybody in NXT.
I would not mind that
again. Just this round though would be sick because Javon Evans and Dom.
Nah, that's what I'm gonna say. Don't do it. That's don't do that.
No. Wesley needs to go for Maine. He needs to go to Trick. Go for Trick.
But congratulations. But congratulations to Tony D, man. Landing in that spot. Hopefully, something comes of it. She never stopped. So the steel part is what's confusing me, Jordan Kirby. She has always acknowledges her tribal chief. I
will never not. I'm from New York. I will go ass if you talk about my tribal chief.
It's the steel. It's the steel part.
And still.
Yes. And then quick work too as well, man. Shout out to host personality Sibley Scholes. She is joining the women's WOW
Wow,
Women's
wrestling.
Wrestling.
Women of wrestling.
Yes, she is joining the wrestling broadcast team. It was just announced this morning. If you do seem to know this girl and a little bit familiar, you've seen her on Access Hollywood, E Entertainment. She is the in-game host for the Los Angeles Raiders, and she is now part of Women of Wrestling.
Las Vegas Raiders, Councilman. Sorry, just wanted to.
What I called them?
Los Angeles Raiders.
Oh boy.
They know what they're supposed to be. They know what they're supposed to be. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm just playing it. I'm just playing into it because I know you know.
Las Vegas Chargers sounds way better.
Oh boy.
Way better.
You know what? Not for nothing, I felt like Oakland Raiders was fine.
Yeah, Oakland Raiders was fine. San Diego Chargers were fine.
I'm going to disagree only because I'm biased because my car got broken into. SCREW Oakland.
Okay, got you.
They're not gonna catch that because they gonna hit, and it was like I gotta spell it, so it's gonna be a while before they figure it out.
Oh my god!
But y'all know what y'all did to my back window, and I don't appreciate it because I was only going for 10 minutes.
Oh my god!
Nobody wants to see a broken window after they get your McDonald's order wrong. No one want. I already had a shitty experience here now, and wasn't nothing in my car. Nothing.
Yikes.
And I don't have 10 on my windows. I know you can see in my car. Nothing was there. So Los Angeles Raiders is what I want. But for right now, they're in Las Vegas. And this is what she used to be a part of. And she is now also the new field reporter. And she is going to be starting the weekend of January 18th. So shout out.
This is dope. This is a good look. I love this.
It really is.
Look. Very good look. So shout out to Sibley Skulls for joining the Women of Wrestling crew. Hopefully we will have the real TK getting an exclusive interview with this lady to add to the Women's Wrestling Talk Network. You know, just have to keep checking out the content, like that interview she just had with the Hall of Famer Devon Dudley. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel and check that interview out. Now, a couple months ago, we had a leak that Raw was about to have an ugly ass logo on Netflix that I was not feeling. Made my balls itch. But today, bad. That's what bad graphics do. Bad graphics just give me a tingle below. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. But we have gotten a new reveal today.
So I just wasn't expecting it. I just wasn't expecting it to come like just so direct. Just like boom, like rip the band-aid off.
I'm very passionate about my graphics, and when they're not up to par, I have a problem with it. And I do not hold back on it. It's like, oh, you decided to put this out. Okay.
All right.
That's how I be feeling every time I see that. Oh, that's what you put out? Oh, okay. But today, Triple H released on Twitter revealing the new logo for Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And we have been seeing a whole bunch of advertisement coming out from superstars such as Roman Reigns, Bianca Belair, the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan, and LA Knight sporting behind the new Monday Night Raw sign, getting ready for that tremendous first Raw on Netflix happened January 6th. So I just want to know from y'all your opinion. How are you feeling about the new logo for Monday Night Raw?
I'm with it. I'm not mad at it. I feel like maybe there's a little something that they could have done, like something different. I don't know, like the live on Netflix underneath. I don't know, maybe that's what's deterring for me, but I'm not mad at it. And I'm sure they'll have upgrades and different versions of it as like 5-year, 10-year down the road. But I don't know. What do y'all think?
So what you're saying is
I'm not feeling it.
I'm just saying I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying I'm not mad at it. I'm with it. Listen, I have learned to take things that WWE, decisions that they make in certain cases, minus when Cody Rhodes is involved. But I've learned to take certain things, like as far as like design and new presentation and things, like just, you know, as it comes. And I appreciate it, only because like either way, I'm still gonna be excited to see what this new version looks like, because we've seen so many different reinventions of Monday Night Raw, even though it's been on the same channel for such a long time and on the same platform. But there's been so many different renditions and versions of it that we've seen it reinvent itself over time. So I'm just excited to see a new version of Monday Night Raw, and it's gonna be on Netflix, which is a crazy thing to even fathom and think about. Because if you had asked all three of us, like when we were kids, that something like this would be happening, we wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have known this. It's amazing. So I'm not so big on critiquing the logo. I think it looks neat. I think it looks clean. I think it looks crisp. I think it's of course, Raw is red, but I just want to see what it looked like, the content. I want to see what the content looked like. I want to see how you present it. I want to see, because the videos that they put out ever since Triple H made the announcement, they look crisp and clean. They look like a damn movie. I'm like, y'all, like, yeah, they've always made them look great, like superstars. But Netflix's polish on this,
Yeah,
I love it.
Courtney, your thoughts?
Well, the one good thing I can say is they kept the color red. That's the one thing I can say is they did. I was happy they kept the color, because if they changed the color, that would be another issue.
Then it's not going to be Raw. Like Monday Night Raw is always red. It's always been that way. Red, black, and white.
It made me happy that it was still red. So that's a kudos there. And also because, for me, I'm putting in my PR brain and media mode, because it is a big deal. And I saw the trailer for it because it is going to be on Netflix. And plus, we're used to seeing Raw, because normally we would always see Raw as the flagship show of WWE. We're so used to seeing that, because that is the main show. That's the show that everybody's going to get on their seats for Raw, because we don't know what's going to happen. And I love that they are promoting it early, like the recent trailer that Triple H posted. I'm very excited with Netflix, because honestly, if you asked us a couple years ago about Netflix, we would have been like, no. But with the addition of that, and also seeing the content as well, not just from WWE, but also from the Netflix team on how they're trying to put branding on it, and especially on that week where on Raw, because I'm curious on how they're going to do branding for that as well. But I actually do like the logo. I'm happy they kept the color, and also seeing this, because this is a new era for them. It's Raw, it's on Netflix, and there will be plenty of more promotions to come. And I'm pretty much all in on the new content.
I want to apologize because I got real graphic wise and thinking that's how y'all was gonna answer this, and I had to remember where I was at. I was like, I forgot I'm not in class. I need to. I was like, the stuff I thought they was about to say, no one said. I was like, you're not gonna mention the kerning of the words, the character spacing. I'm like, oh yeah, that's just me that know that. My fault. This is the wrong audience for that. I instantly judge both of y'all. Like, so y'all not gonna talk about none of the new shit that's being said. I was like, they don't do graphics like you. Stop. Just everything they just said makes all the sense. It makes all the sense. I feel the same way that y'all feel about it. I'm not going to prejudge it like I did SmackDown's logo, because when I seen what they did,
we went ham.
Yeah,
Oh,
and to see how they're doing it now, SmackDown looks fantastic with all of the graphics. So I look forward to seeing like what this one will be. I'll say the most I can say for this one.
Yes, Dylan.
Hey, I will bring that phrase here. Don't tempt me. I was holding it back at first. I will bring that phrase here. I don't use it.
Parents aren't here, so it's okay. So then when the next time they're here, we'll just spring the clip on them just for no reason and see what happens.
I need to find two balls. So when I say that, they were like, sir, you can't say that. I'm talking about these. What are you? Wait, what are you referring to? when they make this sound, they get itchy. What are you referring to?
I
But
could not.
I like this one because out of all the Raw logos I've seen, with the exception of maybe Raw's War, I would buy this one on a shirt. Like if you had it like right here, like that pocket size, I would definitely buy a Monday Night Raw shirt with this design. Like I said, I think it's sleek. I think it's clean, very modern. Tells you everything you need to know, and it kind of resembles what this new age of Raw is. Still kind of, like what they've brought, what's been done, but what they're kind of moving into the future with. Like I said, something I would definitely rock on some merch, jacket, whatever. If it was like I'd definitely get a hat if my head wasn't so big for hats. I would get a Raw hat, but I've been told I have a, what was that Martian on the Flintstones? What was his name?
Oh no, I don't remember his name off the top. Why? I don't know why I don't remember his name. That's crazy. You said Flintstones, bro.
But
yeah, I know who you're talking.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know.
Mm-hmm.
No, they did not.
Kazoo. That was his name.
Kazoo.
Yeah, somebody told me my head was the size of Kazoo, and I never.
Who said that and when?
What? Children of me. What? And it's very true. I can't fit hats. Like I think the biggest size is an 8, and that's still too small.
Okay, and screw them. There they talk about a councilman that way.
I have definitely broken somebody's nose.
Beat your ass.
Running into their face by mistake.
Oh boy.
You know when they like you sitting down and you get up and you didn't know their face was right there?
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
So I was like, I do got a big ass. It's cool though. Because I got a big ass body, so it weighs out. I just can't lose too much weight, otherwise I'll be built like a lollipop, and I don't want that. So, but that'll never happen. So we good. But yeah, so moving on. We have found out that another WWE superstar is going to help strengthen the hole that WWE is trying to set across the world in all the territories. We've just found out that Axiom is headed back home to Spain, and it has been revealed that the indie promotion Tyrese, hope I'm saying it right, or Tyrus Wrestling has revealed that the WWE NXT star will be at their Snowball 30 event in Valencia on Saturday, December the 28th. He will no further information has been given as far as if he will be wrestling or if he's just appearing, but it has been announced that Axiom, who used to be, the A kid there in the Indies, will be returning home for Tyrus Wrestling. I'm gonna call it that because I feel like it's that. Thoughts, Courtney, on Axiom returning home, and how does this help NXT as far as stretching out their wrestlers to more independent promotions?
I think this is a really great start, especially in NXT, and also you do have somebody that has a familiar territory in Spain, so that is a really great homecoming for him. And plus, it's nice for them to test out the waters a bit because that is something WWE has not done in the past, was specifically in the independent scene. So it's really nice to really get the foot in the door. And of course, we do have WWE ID that's happening over there. So that's another strength there. And I'm really happy they are tapping into stars that do have a background in the independent scene on specific areas that many people would not be, that actually, let me rephrase, WWE would not be familiar with. And also we could see some NXT stars possibly do that. I'm actually excited to see, and also it really will strengthen that relationship, possibly not just in 2025, but moving forward as well. So I'm actually in and excited for this opportunity.
Honey, your thoughts on Axiom returning home, and what does this do for NXT as far as stretching their talent out to the other side of the pond?
I think that's pretty Dope. I think to use Axiom as the forefront is really a cool idea. He is definitely marketable. He's a great athlete, phenomenal. But this only tells me one thing, guys. They're finally gonna take these belts off of these two, and I've been waiting. I'm tired of it.
You tired?
I'm tired.
Tired.
I'm done with Fraxium. I love Fraxium
Uh,
in the beginning, but it's just now it's just wearing off, and it's just like, all right, somebody pull the plug. Somebody do it. Just somebody, just end the pain.
Somebody put the pillow over his face. Let's be done.
we'll
It's okay.
we'll find out on Tuesday. Find out
We will.
tomorrow.
We will find out on Tuesday, as Axiom will be doing double duty in similarity to Nathan Frazier at Deadline. Axiom will be taking on Oba Femi and will have to defend the tag team titles against Gallus. So we shall see what is going to happen tomorrow on NXT. Now, we got some title information to talk about. In AEW, we just found out that we are getting your AEW's Women's World Champion Mariah May is going to be battling Thunder Rosa at World's End in a Tijuana balls itch. I didn't know y'all was gonna clip it. I didn't know y'all was gonna clip it. Oh wow!
I'm sorry. I'm just putting my new hardware to work.
I did not know that was gonna be. Oh my goodness!
He even said it in the comments. You totally.
I
missed
thought he
it.
did like he was gonna put it on social. I didn't know it was gonna be a clip. Oh wow!
Good move, Dylan. Dylan's just chilling, recovering, and just messing with us at this point.
This is what he does. That's what he does.
I can't wait to. I can't wait to see the professor's face when one of y'all play that. I can just see he'll be. What did he say? TK gonna be. She gonna be so nonchalant. Oh Lord.
She'll be like, you know what?
And she's gonna look to the side like that.
She might, yeah, or she might just leave.
She'll just get up and leave.
She just gonna go. But yes, I have no idea what a Tijuana street fight is, but apparently
I don't want to be in one.
I don't want to be in one. I don't want to be in one at all. But Courtney, let me get your thoughts on the announcement of this match. What does this do for the women's world title? And any idea on what you think might happen in a Tijuana street fight?
Well, I mean, it is going to be a street fight. Well, I don't want to be sarcastic, but it's going to be a street fight, but it's going to put homage to Thunder Rosa because it's Tijuana and she is from Texas and Mexico. So it is nice that she's bringing her heritage to this match. And also, this is really nice for Mariah May because she was also in another street fight with Anna Jay back at Collision. So this will be new for her because I don't think she has many street fights or hardcore matches since coming to AEW. So this is something that could be on her belt. I do think this is going to be a solid match. I would love for Thunder Rosa to get a title that she did not win. Because after listening to everything that she has been through, I would love for her to get it. But I actually made, and I was going to plan to do this on Wednesday, I do have a bold prediction that she is going to win the title at her home state of Texas at All In July. Ooh. Because for me, I feel like that would be an important moment for her because that is from her home state of Texas. And also, it really, and as Boss Lady pointing out, the long-term storytelling is key. You really want to have that long-term storytelling of her talking about, because she's been promoting this pay-per-view in All in Texas. Why not have somebody that is from Texas to be in that pay-per-view? So it's long-term story. There's so much that could happen in this match. I don't even know what's going to happen. I mean, we could see my client, Miss Toni Storm, because also he still has a bone to pick with my client as well. So there's a lot of moving parts to that. And also we did see the interaction with her and Thunder Rosa on Collision between Toni and Thunder. But I'm really excited for this. And I do believe 2025 is when the AEW Women's Division shows up in full force.
Yeah,
Oh my
he
God.
probably gonna get it, Dylan. There's gonna be something that's gonna be said when somebody's gonna feel the need to use that between these two. It's most likely gonna be Honey. It's gonna bring it up. But Honey, I want to ask the question that cousin Ron actually asked, and Boza, we will get to that in just a second. Do you think if Rosa wins, will her reign elevate the women's world title?
I know the silence is deafening, and I don't mean that like in a bad way, but
You're thinking.
yeah, the wheels are turning. I'm honestly not sure. I can't say for sure. I know Thunder Rosa's been through a lot in the last year. I know that she's had to crawl through a lot of dirt to get to where she is, and I mean that if there's anything that I know that she can do is she can elevate other women. So I don't see why she wouldn't be able to elevate a title reign as well. She's also had history with a title reign as well. It's not like she's never been a defending champ before. It's not like she's not an experienced champion either. The experience of Thunder Rosa against the brashness and boldness of Mariah May and the glam that is her. I mean, I feel like we just need more like with AEW especially. I just feel like and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. Like I'm not saying that nobody takes this, their work seriously because I know they do. But I'm just saying like we need a more serious type title holder, I think. I think we need somebody who's a little more dominant, a little more nasty, a little more dirty and gritty, like the gimmicky and the glamorous and all of this stuff like that. Nobody could pull that off like Tony. Tony was the only one to pull it off. And not for nothing, as much as I was happy to see her back as Rocket Tony Storm, I will say at first it looked weird to me. It just looked weird to me because I got so hooked onto the timeless one that I'm like, no, this is her. Like this is truly her in her element. Like, like with certain superstars and certain gimmicks they just land. And that I kind of feel like I don't think Timeless Tony should have went away just yet. Just say. But I'm happy for it. But the same thing with Thunder Rosa. Like I kind of want less talking and more beating women up and being a dominant champion. Like and unlike other champions.
Okay.
Less talking, more work.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think Rosa wins this in July. I think she's gonna win this Saturday.
She could.
I think Thunder Rosa is going to walk out as champion. And the only reason why I say that is because with Tony back, it opens up the Mariah May Tony story again, the revenge plot of this story, and that does not require the AEW Women's World title.
Mm-hmm.
It does not require that to be there on her shoulder. I think Mariah May has done the best she can in that particular reign as champion, but I've said it before about Mariah May, and you can kind of do with that as you will. I think she would do a lot better in WWE with the character that she has rather than in AEW. Because
yeah, I agree.
Because that's where she's building up the charisma and the character of it. That's not something that's very much highlighted at AEW as much. So it's like if she was in NXT right now, she might be just right in there in that mix to take on Roxanne right now at this point. But because most of the focus is on the wrestling side, the sports side in the ring, it doesn't come off as great. And I think Thunder Rosa has a better balance of in-ring performance and on the mic character skills that could help elevate that women's world title to where it's like, that's the title I want to go after, not the TBS, so I can take down Mercedes Moné. Mm-hmm. So I think we see a new champion at World's End.
I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised that they also do this also because we know as much as we always like to rib on WWE for not loving their hometown heroes and they always have them lose. I would have put fake TK likes to have his hometown heroes win.
Yeah.
So I feel like what you're saying is definitely a possibility, Councilman.
And going in as a champ at All In sounds way better than waiting all that time.
Nexus
Oh
too.
yeah, that'd be cool. And plus, like, people tend to forget her rivalry with Deonna Purrazzo. I was actually more intrigued on that. Out of all that, like that rivalry, and even though it was on Collision, there was a lot of physicality between those two ladies.
They still put in good work. Yeah.
Yeah. And people tend to forget with Rosa, she was in a feud with Tony. I think she was in a feud with her before she was timeless. So they do have chemistry with each other.
Yeah. And so that's why I think it's a lot better to go in as champ than her going in as the challenger. I think you sell more tickets with her being champ and her being in the hometown.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So we got 2 more stories that we're going to talk about, but of course, first we got to shout out to our sponsors and tell y'all to go buy that merch while it's still there before the new come.
Because the new wave gonna slap and y'all it's gonna be here and then gone. So
it is.
Yes.
These bills real quick.
This episode of Women's Wrestling Talk has been brought to you by All Caribbean Wrestling. Catch the wave. Go to allcaribbeanwrestling.com to check out all the latest pay-per-views or go on the YouTube page at All Caribbean Wrestling. Also, go and check out their socials on Instagram at All Caribbean Wrestling and on X at All Caribbean WR1.
Hey, yo, you. Yeah, you that's watching this. You sitting on the couch staring at the screen not knowing what you want to do like this is an online college. Are you tired of wearing shirts that make you look like an extra stuck in catering? Do you want to step your wrestling swag game up to the next level? Then Women's Wrestling Talk has got you covered. Like literally. Are you for life in pink or black and white? Or maybe you're the EST and people need to respect you accordingly. Want to put some pride in your stride and show off the muscle in your hustle? Then make sure you check out the WWT store. Not now, but right now. Alright? What you waiting for? Head to www.talkpodstore.com and don't make me fight you. Shit.
Oh, would you look at... Oh, wait. Oh, it's... Oh.
Unfortunately, that's what's going to happen if you don't go on that site and cop all that merch that we got there, because there's going to be a new wave coming soon and y'all aren't going to be ready for it.
And I ain't gonna lie, once you see the new wave and you done bought that old merch, you're going to be like,
you raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch.
Damn, I meant to use that. I meant to use that earlier because that's how that's what I was gonna use for talking about my new hardware, because I looked at my old computer, unplugged and everything. I was just like, you raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch.
Yo, I need that clip from Dylan, if you making these, I got a request. If you can make the clip from Ted 2 when they destroying the laptop and all the way to throwing it in the harbor and just put Honey and Patchu's face there, that would be hilarious. You're like, no, we got to destroy it with a hammer. No, that's not enough. We got to throw it in the harbor and then see Honey underwater.
Yeah.
Now it's gone.
That would be so good. Dylan, get to it. We love you.
Yes, please. Two more stories to talk about before we get out of here. One thing that we were talking about with Boza, Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné is going to be doing some double duty as well. It's not just on the WWE side. It looks like it is also falling over onto the AEW side, as she will have a double title match at New Japan and at AEW's Wrestle Dynasty. All right. Wrestle Dynasty is an event at Tokyo Dome on January 5th. Moné just successfully defended her New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's title against Hazuki in the main event of a Strong Style Evolve on Sunday out here in Long Beach, California. And then following the bout, Mina Shirakawa.
Shirakana.
I was ready. Y'all know what we did on that break. That's why I'm ready. That's my tag partner too. Y'all don't know what's going behind here, but that what she was doing, I was like, see, that's why that's my tag team partner right there.
Hey. Buddy.
And so Mina Shirakawa says that she wants Mercedes Moné at Wrestle Dynasty. Moné agreed, but demanded that Mina put her title up, the Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's Championship, on the line as well. So now the question bodes,
oh boy,
do we get 3 belts Moné on the first week of 2025, that first week of wrestling, like we've talked about in these last lives, is fin to be an impactful week of wrestling? And does a triple belt CEO get crowned that same week? Honey, I want to know your thoughts first on this.
Okay, that's easy.
This was never meant to be like this. I want you to understand. I didn't do this. This is his fault. It's his fault. You understand me? It's his fault. It's your fault. It's your fault.
Get up, get up.
Thank you, Mayor. 3EO. I like that much better. I was trying to find one. That's the ringer right there. 3EO. So you're not feeling it.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.
No, okay. I'm just being stupid. I think it's definitely a possibility. The girl wants to go big, and you're the highest paid woman in AEW. You need to look the part. 3 belts Moné definitely looks the part.
Yeah. Courtney, your thoughts on this? We know that she is going to be taking on Anna Jay this week on AEW's Holiday Bash. If she is able to bypass Anna Jay and remain the TBS champion, does 3EO make sense in the landscape moving forward for AEW into 2025? Going on Max, having a tremendous start to the week to the year, just like WWE is. Does a 3EO make sense?
Before I even comment on that, I want to look at one of the comments because they mentioned about Anna Jay. Because I'm looking closely at that.
Oh my God.
I'm going to tell you something.
Hold on,
for the
audio folks, David Hall commented, Anna Jay can't fight her way off a toilet.
Well,
Poopy.
damn.
Toilet emoji, plumber emoji,
toilet paper emoji, and a laugh.
Crying face emoji.
Before I even talk about Mercedes, I have to talk about this because I usually fight. There are a few wrestlers I do fight for AEW, and I have a short list. Anna Jay is one of them. And I will say that she has improved a lot since she came back from Stardom. Now, she may not be everybody's cup of tea, and everybody's going to be rolling their eyes at me, which, personally for me, you could agree, you could disagree. She put the work in. She put a lot of work in since she came back from Stardom. Getting an endorsement from Will Ospreay, who was one of their... who was definitely, would say, like, one of her endorsements. Oh my God. One of her endorsements, but I am going to say this, even though if she's not going to win, she is going to get a lot of stock this week. She has put the work in. She's the only person to pin Mariah May clean. Now, turning my attention to Mercedes, I would not be shocked if it was 3 belts. I'm just going to put it out there. I would not be shocked if 3 belts. You're the highest paid woman. You have creative control. You can start off 2025. I would not be okay with that, and I would not be shocked with that. Because I do think she is going to retain Wednesday. And the reason I say that is Chris Statlander is watching. And she said she's not done with Mercedes. So there's a lot of layers that they still got to work out. And I would be okay if they had round 2 for Statlander and Mercedes. But I would not be surprised if she did 3 belts in 2025. But the one thing I would say is, if you're the face of TBS, you need to be on a main event of Dynamite, which she has not done yet. And I'll leave it at that.
Is she going to win this 3 belts in a main event match? Is it going to be a main event match? Because then we might have to have a different debate about the horsewoman after the fact. Because that's when it makes it legit. She can't just win 3 belts in the beginning of the night or in the middle of the card. No, you need to make it the main event. So you want big time, you want box office. Make it happen, Madam Creative Control.
But so far, I hate to say this, the AEW Women's Champion has main evented Dynamite twice.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, is it going to be a main event match with all 3 belts on the line?
Oh, okay. Oh, I know what you're saying.
Against Mira,
Like at a pay-per-view, like their pay-per-views, like, you know what I mean?
It would take place at Wrestle Dynasty, so it would be in New Japan.
Okay, well, I as long as it's not on a Wednesday or Friday or whatever. If y'all are really pushing and paying this girl to be the face of your brand and carry it and elevate it and dominate it, do that. Y'all better be on your P's and Q's next year, man. There's a lot of God. We're gonna be so bombarded in January. It's not even
so much.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this about Mercedes Moné. I mean, she currently is. We talked about it.
She kind of is though.
But I will say why 3E no has to happen, and it's because you put it right here. No, keep that right up. Here's the reason why she should not win all 3 belts. Because of everything you've been saying about the women's division, how you got the best women's division in AEW, how you're the greatest of all time, how you're the best thing over there. If you truly gonna say you've elevated it, Mina has to win at New Japan. You have to lose the strong title to Mina. That's the only way you legitimize what you've been tweeting, what you've been talking about in interviews, and what you've been saying about yourself and this company. Mm-hmm. If you really believe that you are a needle pusher, if you really believe that this is the place for women to be, then you have to drop that belt to Mina. It does not hurt you remain. It does not hurt if you remain after defeating Anna Jay. That's fine. But giving up that strong title to Mina will show a lot when it comes to what you're trying to do over there, especially with the way Mina has been rising up as a star. So that's why I say 3EO does not need to happen now. At the top of 2025, we need to see that belt being defended by others. I'm sorry. The only one that needed 3 titles was Stephanie McCurry, and we already see where she at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With the machine.
Yeah. So Mercedes, if you really about that life, if you really what you talking about, Mina should go over on that match without a question.
In your words, Madam CEO, Monet talks.
And that would let a whole lot of money talk. Because you would get that title be defended so much more, especially with the talks of and especially with Mina already not technically signed with AEW because she's still under Stardom. Mm-hmm. Being able to have that allows her to have more matches there, for her to be able to remain a champion, and for your Forbidden Doors to have an even better stake in it.
And also, it would straighten out their partnership with not just Stardom but New Japan.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Don't do it! Yes. Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh my God! Don't do it! I know you're gonna. You might do it. You're tempted. You're gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Nah.
Okay. But I seen it.
Hey, listen.
I can't get it out of my head.
I love my client Roxanne, but we protect Stephanie McCurry over here too. I'm just being honest with you. There's an umbrella under there for her. I ain't say she's my client or anything like that, but we want we want Stephanie Bakur to shine. We want to see where that goes. Who has Mercedes elevated since her arrival? Chris Statlander has definitely elevated facing Mercedes Monet. I will definitely say that.
Queen Aminata.
Queen Aminata has definitely did it. I think everybody still latches on to that match between her and Britt Baker, and we gotta stop doing that.
Yeah,
we really gotta now.
That was just a bad day at the office.
That was it. That was all it was.
And I bet you, because I bet you they're over it.
Yeah, and again, as much as
over it.
And again, we talk smack about her because we love what she does, and that's why we feel like we can do it. But she has definitely brought more eyes to the women at AEW. We can sit here, have a debate about it. We can try to bring up all of the facts when you look down on it, but Britt Baker has not done what Mercedes done to bring this over here. Tony Storm has not done that.
So I want to touch on something real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you, Councilman, but Cousin Ron says Stat was already up there. Aminata was already on the rise. That is true. That is definitely true. But what we're saying, I think we're mixing elevating with what Jeffrey says here, making other people look good to the point where it doesn't hurt them if they lose.
Yeah,
she's gonna sell. She's gonna work with them. She's gonna go over the top rope. She's gonna do, she's gonna do her dive. She's gonna talk her smack. She's gonna smack you in the face, pull your hit, like blah blah. She's gonna get sassy with it. But I'm just saying, like, I think we're confusing elevating and as what she's doing and making other people look good. If you want to talk about elevating, that's winning 3 belts in a woman's main event in the first ever main event match in AEW and being the first woman to do it. That's elevation. As far as making others look good, because not that and we're not saying that Stat and Aminata didn't look good before they faced Mercedes, because that couldn't be further from the truth.
Exactly, but let's be honest. Ever since Queen Aminata faced Mercedes Monet, she's gotten way more television time.
There's more eyes on her. Yes,
more eyes on them. Chris Statlander gets more matches now.
Right. So what I'm saying is Monet is the catalyst for being able to attract the attention of those fans that know who she is and make you look at who she's fighting. And then you might find something that they'll leave you with in that match where you start attaching yourself to the one she just beat.
Yeah. If we're being honest, I know y'all want to hear it.
Do you think we didn't do that back in the day when we were kids? Before all this internet stuff?
It's Randy Orton. It's Randy Orton fighting Javon Evans at NXT.
Basically.
That's exactly what it is, Cedric. It is a CEO effect. That is a big money player, because we're not going to say that's not the highest paid woman in wrestling. So if you're going there, she's selling and she's making you look excellent. I'm like, okay, I already liked Queen Aminata. Now I want to see a title on Queen Aminata. Yo, why is Queen Aminata not on TV the following Wednesday? Right. Where is she after she just had this match with Mercedes Monet? That's what makes you be able to get elevated that's a rub. You know what I'm saying? That's a rub. Oh no. We not hitting on, because again, too, like you say, like, because there are a lot of people that say, like, yo, I've elevated the division, I've done this. And a lot of people can say that, but they've elevated themselves as far as their character goes. But as far as elevation for the brand in itself, that may not always be true. Oh no, I'm
gonna get a little defensive on that comment, only because in all fun and games, who hasn't acknowledged her more than I have?
I mean, I'm gonna say this. Becky elevated Monet. Just throwing it out though. When they look at you like you not gonna be the one, and you become the one, because she was the one. Mercedes and Charlotte were the one they looked at like they were gonna be big. Bailey was like your favorite little sister, so you're gonna put her in there regardless. Most people did not think Becky was gonna go past the Irish Lass, and she main evented WrestleMania before Mercedes Monet did.
And won 2 belts.
before
I
Mercedes
was there.
Monet did.
I saw it. It was
Becky,
beautiful.
Becky 2 belts.
It was beautiful.
Now, why I say,
Also, she got her face broken and became the man.
and I would even say she currently now has a better Hollywood run than Mercedes Monet.
A lot of people
See,
know
that's
about
it.
Star
Yeah,
Trek.
and Jeffrey, this is definitely.
So you did this, but we will see what will happen after this first week of wrestling. I know we gonna have like an extended episode like that Monday after that first week. Like that's probably gonna be a 3 hour. We might have to start
3-hour show, man.
Yeah, we gonna start early on Monday.
Cancel a watch along, or maybe just do a watch along altogether.
Who had the better Mania event? Historically, and you say had the better event, it's gonna be that one.
It's gonna be the first one.
If you thinking about it, who gets shown more? That triple threat match gets shown more. I'll put it to you like this: it was that triple threat match that you played in 2K, not Mercedes versus Bianca. It was a fantastic match. I know I was there. It was great.
Me too. It was fantastic.
But also, too, if we being honest, since you want to be petty, I got to be petty about it. And I'm gonna leave it alone. They main evented night 1, and she just main evented. There wasn't no 2 main events when Becky did it.
Is Rebecca getting Disney money, bro? She got NBC money.
She got Paramount money. Like that's
broadcast money.
Hey, bro, you know how much money Star Trek is? That's Star. She gets Star Trek money, and we got to see how many episodes she gonna be in. Because if she's in,
Seth probably wants to like punch his screen or something right now.
All we can say is these 4 horsewomen are very successful.
Yeah, man. We all just do it jokingly aside. Like obviously, it's friendly competition and all in good fun. But yeah. But and plus, I dressed like this. I dressed like Mercedes. I dressed like Sasha Banks on the show. If you didn't see that, you need to go see it. But come on, guys.
And that's why she's still the 4th best one. So, final story that we were talking about.
You're not funny, Councilman.
So the final story is the Backlash. Saturday night's main event. Now, if you have been sleeping under a rock, as Honey has been posting the Roman clip, a lot happened after Saturday night's main event went off, but also too a lot of stuff happened during the match. And I'm going to be honest with you, in this whole sequence that went out, Kevin is absolutely right for everything he did, because they screwed that man at Saturday night's main event. The time I saw that ref count outside the ring.
Outside the ring.
Like,
you raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch.
Like I went like this. I was like,
I'm gonna fight all these urges, my brother.
I've looked it up. I have looked it up. Never in the history of wrestling has a referee counted outside the ring. Oh, we're getting ourselves a Monday Night Mayor watch. Apparently, the check.
Oh yeah, Monday Night Mayor's in the house.
Oh, man.
So you're gonna see him in 20 minutes.
That means y'all got to stick around in 20 minutes, guys. Don't forget to please join our Monday Night Mayor. He does make it fun and entertaining. You might get a knock on the door. You might. Last couple
you might get us on the post show too.
I might. Gotta make sure this hardware keeps working good.
Oh yeah, you got to test it out. You got to let it work and groove.
Test
but after everything went off, we if you've watched social media, Kevin Owens delivered. We need to normalize. Yo, I'm telling you, special nobody. Raggedy bitch got to be the most blackest thing I've ever heard. I've ever heard anyone outside of our ethnicity say it like that. Raggedy bitch got to be the most disrespectful, and you got to say it right. You just got to look at it like
you raggedy, you dirty, nasty,
you raggedy bitch. But
bitch.
Kevin Owens pile drives Cody Rhodes, delivers a pile driver to him after everything went off the air, which we did find out was actually how they set that to be. It wasn't they ran over time and it cut off. That is exactly how they planned it to happen. It was supposed to happen off the air so that it could be able to be shown throughout social media and blow the social media world up as it did. Not only that, but Kevin Owens takes this ugly ass wing belt title that everybody seems to love. We've already talked about this. The only reason you like it,
exactly. So why are you bringing it up?
You like Eagles. That's it. That's the only reason you like this title, because you like Eagles.
No, I
That's
like this belt because this was the first belt I saw as a kid.
And only Bret Hart makes this belt look good, and Kevin Owens now. Those are
I'm gonna fight all these urges, my brother.
I can say what y'all want. Even Mayer looked at was like, that shit, you can never see the design on this belt. It always looked like just one big gold block with the little thing sticking out and the thing that say the Black World, and that's it. That title is not great. I'm just throwing it out there. That
go forward.
I will go forward. Okay, I will go forward. If I'm just being honest, every time y'all mention that title, made my balls itch. That's what the title does. That's just what that title does. It's the best belt out of all of the belts. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's the best belt.
Dylan, that's number 2.
You gotta clip that number 2.
That's number 2.
Again, I love the gold wing belt. It's so great. Just like Bret Hart, it's so great. It's such a great. No, it's not. It's a horrible belt.
Making fun of me?
That's a horrible belt.
Do I sense a Fraxium situation here?
Nah.
Okay.
This ain't about Bret, because as I said, Bret the only one that title looked good on. Every time people mention this belt, I'm like, just
Sean
Google
looked good with it too.
It went with his outfit, which is not a great thing that should be said about it.
It went with him.
It went with his outfit.
Well, let's not forget, hello, Playgirl.
Exactly. That does not help your argument whatsoever. That does not help your argument in this at all.
Well, it looks great. It looks great to me.
It looks great on Owens, and it looks great on Bret. I'm not gonna lie. Owens was rocking this belt, but yeah. If we just throwing it out there, I'm just.
But anyway, this was all Cody's fault.
Yes. After the match, as you can see in the image, Kevin Owens did not stop. He went full heel. As they were trying to get him onto a stretcher, takes the title, steps on top of him, and shows the title to the crowd. Walks off. Triple H is furious, tries to snatch the belt from him. And from what I hear, Kevin still has that belt. Kevin did not get that belt back up. Kevin still has the belt in hand. And from what we have told, what we were being told that from backstage news is that this is how this was supposed to go down. Supposedly on SmackDown, we will be getting a either backstage segment with Kevin Owens talking about these things. We don't know exactly how they're going to plan and line this up, but this was intentionally supposed to happen to further this storyline. So, because I guess the next set of SmackDowns are pre-recorded, so they wanted to, I guess, kind of fill in the gap of what you'll see on Friday Night SmackDown, so you know what's ahead of you, because they supposedly were not going to show this until Friday. We weren't going to learn about this until Friday, but this is social media. We learned about this 30 seconds after it went off. I don't know why y'all thought y'all were going to get away with that. But
yeah, rude.
I want to know from you all, after seeing the match, is Kevin justified in what he's doing? Courtney, your thoughts. Is Kevin Owens justified in the acts in which he has done? Pile drivers to both Randy and Cody, and just showing you that the championship should be here.
No, he's doing what any heel tactic would do. Kevin's pretty much doing what he did, and he's not wrong about what he said leading up to this feud. He's not wrong about it. But he's definitely showing a really serious heel, and especially getting in Triple H's face. That actually escalated to like a whole different level of being a heel. And I'm actually in and on that. And also seeing him pile drive Cody, and Cody had to be rushed to the hospital. So I am very curious on what's he going to say this Friday on SmackDown. And also just continue slowly cooking this heel turn of Kevin Owens, because it did, as I mentioned during the watch on for Saturday's main event, it did end it too quick. There was a lot of shady stuff after the match, and even when they did the 1, 2, 3. But I'm very curious on what Kevin Owens is going to say on Friday.
Yes, indeed. Honey, do you think Kevin Owens is justified with his actions? And then since you weren't here for the post show, I'll ask, did the right person win this match? And what does this do now with Cody taking a power driver and maybe potentially being out for a stint of time?
I'm surprised nobody's talking about the obvious thing that also happened, besides the atrocity that was pulled by the referee for not only counting with half his ass out in the ring, but
That whole this was out.
Cody cheated, y'all. Are we forgetting? Cody cheated. Cody did a crossroads on a chair. He didn't move it out the way. He knew what he was doing. And we know Cody's not stupid. Cody has in-ring awareness, doesn't he? He's your champion. Mm-hmm. He's your undisputed champion. This is the guy y'all wanted. This is the guy y'all cried for all over the internet because, you know, we had to constantly please you for him to get the main event at WrestleMania and win the title. But I'm sorry, is Cody now like
it happened to happen at WrestleMania? He has to finish his story.
Is Cody now like winning unfairly here? I'm kind of confused because this is the go-to guy. This is the face. This is the baby face. This is the face of the company. Baby faces don't cheat and get away with it and walk out in one piece. So absolutely, Kevin was right. And Cody, it's your fault. Because, like the councilman said before,
it happened to happen at WrestleMania. He has to finish his story.
The fact I got the same shirt on too is hilarious.
It's Cody's fault. It's Cody's fault, and it's the Cody crybaby's fault. It's all his fault. So and because then if Cody never wanted to finish the story, maybe Kevin Owens wouldn't be this upset with you. Kevin Owens was right there by your side. Randy Orton was by your side. You had everybody. But Cody, I'm questioning your ways lately. It's real Homelander.
It does have some Homelander tactics. I feel though the way he's going to pull this is I was giving Kevin a taste of his own medicine. Like you decide you want to pull this out. Hey, I'm going to make you lose to the thing you brought in here, which was a chair. So you decide you wanted to use it. I'm going to use it against you and win. Does it pick up like that? No, I think it just makes you look like more of a hypocrite. And also you got that raggedy bitch of a ref that decided that I don't need to be in the ring to count this victory. I've never in my days.
This is Saturday Night Main Event.
And I've never
you know the rules.
Like, could you have, and I would have been fine had you kind of just slid in a little, had that leg dangling out and hit me with it. I would have been okay with that. Both your feet planted outside and you linked over like this and
Charles Robinson, little Nate.
Come on, man. They gave you the greatest camera shot of your little bitty ass running down that WrestleMania ring.
He had one of the best slide-ins too. He always slid in real well too.
You wasn't here when I talked about this, but I said man. That had to be the fastest, slowest run I've ever seen. Because when you look at him, he looks like he is booking it down the ramp, but he's not getting closer
at all. Because he's so little.
This took about a good 23 seconds for him to get down there. I was like, this is a long ass camera shot. Like, we should have moved to another view by now. I was like, that's how long it took for him to get there. But yeah, this is all Cody's fault. You deserve this. You deserve this. This is the get back of you changing the timeline.
You
Because
betray your
you decided-
friends. You betray your friends. You stick your nose in families' businesses and stuff. But like come on now. But then you still align yourself with them, so it's like a two-faced Cody.
Man, Kevin Owens should be WWE Undisputed Champ right now. And it's all Cody's fault and the ref fault. Leave Little Nate alone. No. Get your foot back in there. I'm ready for Randy's comeback and a punt kick KO to hey, I would not mind seeing that. But we shall see what's going to happen on Friday Night SmackDown. We are 5 minutes away from Monday Night Raw. Dylan, we already got you the clip for Monday Night Raw, and I'm sure you already got it up. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up so we don't get a chance to get everybody ready so they can enjoy a fantastic Monday Night Raw. But before we get up out of here, I want to be able to make sure we get our panelists to let y'all know where you can follow and support them. Courtney, please let them know where they can follow and support you.
Oh, they can always find me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on WWT Live. You know, every Wednesday I do my watch along for Dynamite, but it's a special edition because it's a holiday batch. So feel free to get your ugly Christmas sweater, your hot chocolate, because we do have some matches in line. We have Continental Classic Mayhem. We have a TBS Championship match. So you do not want to miss it because it's the final live Dynamite of 2024. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter on @CourtneyNJ11. I do have some content that I will be posting up in the couple weeks. I do have a post lined up ahead of Wednesday's holiday bash that you do not want to miss. And feel free to check me out. And yeah, just a little PSA note, especially to all these little outlets. Make sure to check your sources out and always think twice on posting because we had a lot of mishaps over the weekend regarding Saturday night's main event.
Get it right. You heard her.
I mean, where can they find you?
Y'all can find me here Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays with the WWT Live crew as well. Every Friday, you know what time it is. It's Honey Night SmackDown. This week, it should be a good one. We're getting towards the end of the year. I know Boss Lady TK had mentioned that we might have a lot of little upcoming special shows for the holidays coming up. We'll get back to y'all on that. Follow me all things wrestling with Honey on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, what have you. I don't have Twitter, but you know, if you have those three, you will find me. And you can also find me throwing out my computer with my favorite mantra.
You raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch.
The old one, not this one, because this one was lovely.
It just doesn't get old. You can find me at Ref Placement Matters on all social media. On my YouTube and Twitch, you can find me at Kevin Deserves Better. And then you can also now follow me on the Discord. It's all Cody's fault. So it's just a whole Discord of us.
I mean that too because it's lit.
It's just putting in memes of Cody doing this and what changed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
notice how Dion wasn't on the show today either, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to be on today.
Mm-hmm. See how the people's nightmare didn't show up today. But yeah, you can find me there. You can also please, if you are watching, please support my YouTube channel. It's Will Ferrell, PHARAOH. If you're not following it or subscribed to it, please subscribe to the channel. I want to definitely get that up to 10K with the start of going into 2025 and want to keep building this thing. I want the YouTube plaque. All right, I'm taking it seriously. I'm being consistent, and that's my goal. I want a YouTube plaque. I don't know what the first count got to be, but I am going to make sure I get to it, and I'm going to build me a dope legion. So let's get it.
Let's do it.
Yes, indeed. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up an epic WWT Live. Monday Night Raw is about to start in 1 minute. Make sure you jump over to Monday Night Mayor so we can so you can check that out right along with Monday Night Raw. Thank you for checking out WWT Live on Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the MFN planet.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for